everybody, this is a shortened version of the full video just to get right to the point. If you want to see the full version, I have a clickable link for you at the end of this video. Lots of riding lawnmowers, lawn tractors out there nowadays come with this little wash port thingy on here to help you wash the underside of your deck. Obviously I'm using a John Deere right here. It doesn't just apply to John Deere. You got your Craftsmans, your Husqvarnas, your MTDs, your Toros, all kinds of them out there nowadays come with these things on them. Today we're going to find out if these actually work or not. I don't know one single person that uses this washout port on the side of their deck on their riding lawnmower to clean the underside of their deck. However, I do know many people who have completely rotten out, rusted out decks, holes coming through the side. If that happens to you, to replace this deck on your riding lawnmower is super expensive, you guys. We're talking hundreds of dollars. So I decided to go cut my grass one last time. I just pulled it off my riding lawnmower and I haven't done anything to it right now. And yes, I do realize that the top of my deck too is covered with all this grass and stuff too that can rot it from the top side. Of course, wash the top of your deck off too, but that's not what this video is about. We're talking about this little washport thingy here. We're gonna flip this over right now. Let's have a look underneath it here. Ooh, it's heavy. Let's have a look under here. Can you see that a little bit? That is disgusting. Look at all this grass under here. You can see that one of the blades is actually hitting the grass right here because it's so packed. If you leave that all winter long like that, it's just holding all that moisture and all that up in the inside of your deck, and it's just going to sit there for the next 3, 4, 5 months and rust and rot your deck out. We need to get this out of here. I am not going to clean this at all. I'm going to go put this right back on my riding lawnmower. And we're going to use that washout port and see how good it actually works with what we got right here. So what we're going to do when we put this back on the lawnmower and we're ready to start washing this deck, we want to lower the level of the deck all the way down to its lowest setting. So the bottom of the deck right here is as close to the ground as we can. And what that's going to do is keep the water in there as good as possible. Also, if you have a mulch plug that goes on for mulching, put that on too. It's going to hold the water in there. It's going to do a better job. I'm going to put my mulch plug back on when we do this. Then we're going to want to hook the garden hose up to it. That's what you do. These little kits come with a little, you screw that onto your garden hose right there. It's a quick coupler that just snaps on like that right there. We hook the water up. We turn the water on full blast from the garden hose, and you're going to have to sit on it, because I'm not telling you how to bypass any safety switches. You're going to have to actually sit on the thing, turn the blades on, RPM full blast, and let it go. I'm going to just sit there for maybe 5 minutes or so. Obviously, Old Milwaukee is good enough for doing this. So you can see right there that I did that for a full 5 minutes with the deck raised up. After that, I shut the unit off and I reached under there with my hand on both sides of the deck, and I could still feel some loose mud, loose grass under there, and I went, oh, you know what, that didn't really do that much. Then I dropped the deck down to the bottom. Now watch what happens. You can see what a difference that made, just having that deck down on the bottom right like that to hold that water in there. What a difference. You could see all that stuff coming out of there. And then after that, pulled the deck back off. We're going to have a look here and see what happened with that. What do we see there? That's a big difference, you guys. It's not perfect, but that cleaned most of that stuff out there. You can see some of this up in here. Yeah, we want to get rid of that, but that's mostly for me not ever doing this. Shh, don't tell anybody I've never done this before. But if you do that with your washout port, every time you use it, this would be all perfectly clean. Look at this. Right down to the metal, all down to the metal around here. We just got some grass right up here. I have to do it. I can't leave that stuff on there. I got to do this while I got it off here. Remember, guys, that if you do this on a regular basis, you won't have to get all this little bit of stuff back off of here. It'll stay perfectly clean all the time if you do that. The whole point of this washport thing here is so you don't ever have to take your deck off. By the way, guys, if you go outside right now and you look at your riding lawnmower and you realize you don't have a wash kit on your riding lawnmower, maybe it's an older unit that they didn't come stock from the factory like that, you can actually buy one of these things. I got a link on my description of this video. Go back and check that out. You can buy one of these things and install it on any deck. You just drill a hole through your deck and install that. They obviously work. I'm always here to save you guys money. That's my main goal. I hope I did today. Certainly did in the long run, because your deck's not going to rust out and rot out if you actually use that thing on a regular basis. And till the next video, guys, I'm going to say Steve out. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, click on that little button right there. If you'd like to see the full version of this video, it's a lot more detailed, a lot more in-depth, click right there.